might be one of my last games at this field.
Warriors, come on to play!
The atmosphere you can't beat. It's everything you look for in small school football.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Warriors Field here in Sycamore, Ohio. I'm Nate Mullins on the call with Tommy Hall. We've got Greg Kinn with us here. We've got Eric Hall on the sidelines and Austin Rodriguez on the main cam. Thanks for tuning in here on the pregame show brought to you by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant for tonight's Division 7 Region 26 opening round matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Edgerton Bulldogs. Tommy, this atmosphere here in Sycamore is palpable, and I can't be more happy to be on the call with you once again, partner, here on the pregame show. We're ready to get this one started here in about 5 minutes. A lot to break down tonight.
Well, for the 10th year in a row, we get to say, winner go home. It's week 11 here with your partner on the broadcast, our Heart of Ohio Sports, and we're coming to you live in paywall free, pal, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State, as this round one matchup here in the playoffs between the Mohawk Warriors, who go from 2-8 to N10 champion greats, get to host a playoff game here tonight, live from Warrior Field against the Edgerton Bulldogs, who come in tonight with nothing to lose and everything to gain, as they're on a long, long road. A lot of time to sit and think and reflect about how long that bus ride home will be if you don't pull out the W here on the road in Sycamore, Ohio.
Oh, absolutely, Tommy, and that was a long ride to get here. We know just exactly how long that ride is over to Edgerton, Ohio. About a 2-hour bus ride, and yeah, like you said, Tommy, they would much rather get the W and ride home happy on that one, but Tommy, these Warriors, it's been a while since they've had a playoff game, and it's been a while since they've been able to host one, but they clinched their first N10 championship since 2018, and they're riding high as the number 4 seed this season. And I'll tell you what, they rode that wave of momentum those last 2 weeks of the season, upending Cary and then Seneca East to win that N10 title. And boy, you got to think they're feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, not a couple of jabronis to carve your way through on your en route to an N10 championship, and all riding a wave of momentum here in Week 11. As these Warriors, they're really clicking on all cylinders. They come into Week 11 healthy. That's the biggest thing, is about healthy as you can. You got a lot of guys like Ben Bogner, Caleb Bish, and Kane Heyman who really carry the load of this offense. And then here at this division, you got a lot of guys that play both ways of the ball. So you're talking, rather than having 22 guys, you're talking 11 guys playing for 48 minutes and an ultimate slug fight here for a chance to continue on to Week 12. And it's nice to see these Warriors nice and healthy here coming in tonight.
Absolutely, and we are just about 2 minutes away from the opening kick. And let's take a moment and thank our sponsors, because, folks, there's a lot of people to thank for this one, and we wouldn't be here without them. We'd like to thank Xcaret Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Construction, Mullins Entertainment, Forte Music, First National Bank of Sycamore, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Teal Financial Group, Landers Strength Syndicate, Art Lessons by Chelsea Mullins, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, and the Advertiser Tribune. All proud sponsors right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And Tommy, we can't thank these sponsors enough, but if you've watched our broadcast all year, you notice some familiar names jumping back on board with us once again here in the playoffs. So, folks, if you like watching our broadcasts, Tommy, tell them they gotta support these sponsors.
Yeah, support the sponsors. Go frequent them. Also tell them, hey, you watch Heart of Ohio Sports, and that's the reason why you're here. And the reason that we're here is because of you at home. So do us a favor, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell those Mohawk Warrior alumni, hey, we got the Warriors here in Week 11 in the playoffs. So if it's been a minute since you got on the bandwagon, now's your chance because this train is a-rolling.
Absolutely. We still have some playoff action coming to you here on Heart of Ohio Sports as we'll be live from Lakota High School tomorrow with playoff volleyball as the Senecas look to clinch the regional championship over at Lakota. They will play New Knoxville, and that one's going to be a tough matchup, Tommy.
Keep your voice down, these Mohawk Warrior volleyball players. You know, they had a undefeated season, 24-0 in the district final, only to be upended by those Tiffin Calvert Senecas, who move on to the regional final after the coverage last night in that regional semi. And our hats off to those Lady Senecas and hats off to those Lady Warriors on a tremendous season that ended in sorrow. But, man, it's hard to go undefeated.
Absolutely. And once again, if you're looking for the Calvert versus Hardin Northern game, you can find that on the X stream. Just go over to heartofohiosports.com, click on the Watch Live tab. You can find both games live and paywall free. Tell you what, leave this one on your phone and pull the other one up on your TV if that's what you're looking for. But, hey, if you're a Warrior fan, stay right here with us as we're just about set here for the opening kickoff as Braxton Frisch getting ready to tow this one up to kick it off. 50-degree game time temperature here at Warrior Field. And Frisch gets into it. It's a short kick. It'll be fielded at the 25-yard line. And they bring it back to about the 37, as that one was Braden Leppelmeyer on the return.
In on the tackle, Purcell and Patrizi.
So once again, the Edgerton Bulldogs here. Tommy 6-4, the 13 seed in this Region 26 in Division 7. But I tell you what, don't let that record deceive you. They got some firepower.
Absolutely. We'll go into that here in a little bit. But these Bulldogs on their opening drive, bringing some size, especially in the backfield. You look at this quarterback, running back on his hip. It's Maddox Baker in the gun. Sends a man in motion, and it's going to be an early flag to start this one, Greg.
Oh, and Patrizi's ready to go.
Offside, the Warriors, 5-yard walk-off, still first down.
So an early penalty against the Warriors gives 5 free yards to the Bulldogs. They'll put the ball at the 42.
Not a bad first down play here for the Bulldogs. Baker in the gun, a quick handoff right up the middle.
Crunch with the carry.
Let's carry up to the 45
In on the stop
by Scotty Krantz.
Second down.
Senior, 6'3", 155-pounder. Tall drink of water.
Yeah.
Second down and about a yard coming up here. Looking at Krantz on the season. 656 receiving yards.
Warriors going to put 8 in the box.
And here he
It's a handoff out to Krantz.
takes the handoff, and he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. I believe that's Caleb Bish on the tackle right at the line, so no gain. And I'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as I want to check in with see how the phone's doing down there, because this is a new setup we've got now. But we'll check in with him after this play, this 3rd down and 1 here. The Bulldogs have it at their own 47-yard line. And the handoff off the right side. And he's got the first down up to the 50-yard line.
A nice pursuit to the ball by the Warriors, but they got to get some penetration up front first as these Bulldogs able to move the chain, starting to advance at midfield now, Nate.
Absolutely. Impressive run there to pick up the first down. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric, how's it sounding down there? How we doing?
Oh, man, I can hear you way better, but it sounds like you can't hear me at all. So.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, you got me.
Yeah,
okay,
I got
awesome.
you loud and clear,
I can't
man.
hear myself through here, so that's kind of nice.
Well, I guess you'll just have to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. I don't need to hear myself echoing.
All right, so we'll check in. Eric, after that first down play, just a 2-yard gain, what's the weather like, man? Because, compared to yesterday, well, it was a little chilly getting out of the car to load this one up.
Yeah, it's a pretty big difference from yesterday, but it's still, I mean, to me, it's not terrible down here, but you see me down here in shorts and hey dudes every day, or slippers as you call them.
Yeah, slippers. That's what they are. All right, there's our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as trying out some new things here. He's got a headset down there. That handoff goes to Kellen Sanchez, sophomore. Picks up maybe a yard, actually no gain on the play.
Interesting way that these Bulldogs get moving in open space. It's kind of like, you kind of almost set them in motion, get that handoff, and you're starting a precarious spot. It's always better to be taking that handoff going north and going east and west.
Sanchez, 138 yards on the season, averaging about 6.2 per carry. 3rd down and 9 coming up. They bring 2 men in motion. One settles in the backfield. The other settles on the right side of the formation. And now this handoff to the right side. Little to no gain. We have a flag that flies in. Most likely going to be some kind of an illegal shift here. Came in really quickly after the
carry. Defensive line with the tackle.
Or maybe even a holding penalty, possibly. We'll see what the call is.
Illegal shift.
Yeah, that was an illegal shift against the Bulldogs. They declined the penalty, which brings up 4th down. Ball at the 47-yard line inside Mohawk territory.
I don't hate that opening drive by the Bulldogs as, again, can do a little inside zone, a little outside zone, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. And if you get a little more effective with that, it opens up that playbook so much more. But yeah, this is going to be 4 down territory.
And they're going to go for it. Quarterback drops back, fires down the left sideline, and it is caught. With the reception at the 21-yard line is Scotty Krantz.
And these Bulldogs, again, advance downfield, 4 down territory at midfield, and the catch by Krantz have now moved the Bulldogs approaching the bench warmers red zone. Don't forget that replay brought to you by National Machinery.
Actually, replays tonight, Tommy, are brought to you by Klaus Construction.
Yep, I'm just in the middle of changing that around there. But I wanted to make sure we got that replay in so we could see it.
That first down carry from Maddox Baker.
Bogner with the tackle.
And Ben Bogner on the tackle at the 20-yard line. So they actually marked him at the 24, down a little sooner than the 20-yard line. So that first down carry picks up 3, 2nd and 7, about a long 6 coming up.
Before those Bulldogs executed that 4th down call, that's what I was saying. You run a little inside, a little outside, it opens up your passing game once you get these Warriors on their heels. And that's exactly what the Bulldogs were able to do on that 4th down. And now Warriors on his heel, gets it out.
On the left sideline, that is complete. As I believe that was number 22 on the reception, Kellen Sanchez.
Run out of bounds by Klaus.
Just shy of the first.
It's 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 coming up. Warriors bring in some beef as they sub out a couple of D linemen and bring in a couple of bigger guys. 3rd down and 2. Handoff, cut to the right, and no traction, no doing. As the running back eaten up by the turf monster there.
It's 4th down.
But a 4th down coming up here, Tommy. They're going to keep the offense on the field, obviously.
Well, why not? You're here approaching in the bench warmers red zone. Yeah, we're able to convert on a 4th and 7 from midfield. These Bulldogs, they got all the trust in the world, and they're playing with house money here on the road in Sycamore.
Not only that, their kicker's 1 for 5 on the year, so I don't think they're going to be attempting too many field goals here tonight. 4th and short, and I think Edgerton's staff just wanted to get a good look at that Mohawk defense, see how they were going to align with that look. And now 4th down and 1 will come after this timeout, brought to you by our friends at First National Bank of Sycamore.
Yeah, never a bad time to get a look at the defense, but also get a chance to convert if you're able to get these overeager Mohawk Warriors to jump. They already had one penalty this drive that
that's a great point.
Advanced the ball.
So a 4th down and short coming up here. 6:33 left to play here in the first quarter. No score. Edgerton's had it since the start of this one. This drive started at about the 35-yard line. Of course, once again, if you're looking for the Calvert versus Hardin Northern game, you can find that one over on the X stream. As Dom, Zach, and Connor, the old school X stream, on the call for that one tonight. I'll have a score update from the Columbia and Benedictine game after this play here. 4th down and 1 coming up. Bulldogs in the shotgun. Maddox Baker back there. Handoff, left side. Defense is there, makes the stop in the backfield. Andrew Woodland and Garrett Reinhardt combined for the stop.
And Garrett Reinhardt made himself real comfortable in that N10 championship, playing a pivotal role defensively with an interception that really turned that game around. And right here, marching in from the 15, the Bulldogs turn it over as Reinhardt and company come inside and get a huge stop on 4th down.
Big time stop by that Warriors defense. We'll take a look at our player spotlight here in just a moment, brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Here's 1st down and 10 for the Warriors. Bogner, handoff, up the middle. And I believe that was Caden Bish on the carry. Was it? Yes, it was. 22 on the carry, Caden Bish. So score update from the Columbian Benedictine game as the Bengals lead Tiffin Columbian 6-0 in the first quarter. That one is in Cleveland. Tornadoes had a long road to travel for that one. 2nd down and 6, or 2nd down and 4 for the Warriors. Bogner, left side, stiff arm. And picks up a couple. Give him 3. Actually, no, they'll give him the 1st down as they'll mark it at the, wait, no, now they're put back at the 28. He wanted to mark it at the 30, but he says, no, okay. So a yard short of the first, 3rd and a yard. Hopewell Loudon leading Margaretta 8-0 in the first quarter. Bogner in the shotgun, 3rd and 1, takes the snap, keeps it, and just keeps bowling his way forward.
The bull of the woods here in Sycamore.
As Ben Bogner says, hey, you're going to need a lot more than just an arm tackle to bring me down. As he knew today could be his final game here at Warrior Field. But he's got something to say about it, Tommy, because they control their own destiny. If you want to play another game here next week, you got to take care of business against the Bulldogs. Bogner in the shotgun, slings it right side, complete. That's Kane Heyman. Heyman, a little stutter step move to get past the first defender and gets it up near the 1st down marker. They'll mark him at the 44.
Now these Warriors, they're starting to drive as we get ready for that Steinmetz Sign and Graphic Inc. player spotlight. We'll go into exactly what's really been the turnaround here with these Warriors as they're going to reset, change. 2nd down now.
2nd and a yard.
Thought that was enough to move them. They're going to give them 9 on that one.
Bogner in the shotgun, 2 receivers set. Back to pass, looking, left side. Throws it deep for Bish, going up for it, and incomplete, but battling all the way down the field to try to get to it. And the defender is going to get called for the pass interference there. Well, hey, we should wait. We should wait until we actually see the call before we say that. But yes, that is indeed the call.
Well, you load 9 in the box there, and it creates an uncomfortable situation for your secondary there, as then you got a one-on-one matchup, and you're just battling for the ball at that point. They call the pass interference, and here at the high school level, that's a 15-yard penalty as opposed to a spot foul.
Yeah. Eric, you had a good look at that one down there. What was your perspective on that, man?
Yeah, I was right underneath of that. That was it was a battle down there, but that was definitely pass interference.
From the 29-yard line.
So now the ball at the 29 after the penalty. 1st and 10. Gotta wait for the sticks to get set here. And we are set. Bogner keeps it off the left side. And he's got it up past the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Tackled on the play by Carter Gibson.
Let's see if I have this replay board fixed here and take a test on it.
There we go.
Not quite yet. I gotta. All right. We're getting there though. Yeah.
4:10 left to play here in the first quarter. No score. Bogner in the shotgun. 3 receivers set on the right side. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to keep it. Right side. Ooh, nice move. Breaks a tackle. Down to the 5 and inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. Ben Bogner. Wow.
When you're a senior, Nate, and there might not be tomorrow, it's the difference between having next week and cleaning out your locker. Here's the thing. A guy like Ben Bogner, that's who you put the ball in the hands of.
100%.
You put
senior.
Senior leadership. Ben Bogner, he can get you. That 6 on his jersey isn't just irony.
Well,
He can get you 6.
They got a lot of senior leadership on this team. Bogner under center. A little wishbone look here. Heyman's going to take the snap, or take the handoff, and he is into the end zone. A 3-yard touchdown run for Kane Heyman. Puts the Warriors on top 6-0. And that's an impressive little look there that you have not seen all year, Tommy. That's something they couldn't prepare for if you wanted to.
Been a while since you've seen that out of the Warriors.
Yeah.
A huge touchdown to cap off that drive that started from the Bulldogs 17-yard line after a turnover on downs. So what a way for the defense by the Warriors to stand tall, and then on their opening drive, come and find pay dirt here in Week 11 at Warrior Field. 3:26 remaining in the first quarter of action. These Warriors up 6-0, pending the extra point.
And now Aiden Patrizzi will have to come off for an equipment issue here. And we'll see what the issue is, as they're just going to say, hey, Brant, go in there and kick this one. Brant Carrion is the backup place kicker. Patrizzi's not happy. He's like, oh, darn it, this is my chance. Carrion puts it up and puts it through. And the Warriors take a 7-0 lead here at Warrior Field. Tommy, that's an impressive drive right there. See, we wanted to give it to Patrizzi. It was our graphic and everything.
What a way for these
knee
Warriors.
pad, that's what it was. Yeah, you got to have those knee pads covered, even if you're a kicker. But yeah, what a drive for those Warriors, Tommy. And that was quick work. Didn't take long to get down the field on that drive. Of course, they were aided by the big pass interference penalty. But Ben Bogner, a couple of big runs, and just kind of putting his fingerprints on this one early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you got to do. You like that out of Ben Bogner, because if you have that dual threat look as a quarterback, guess what? It makes the defense even that much more humble, because now you got 2 running backs to account for as opposed to 1. Or you got another, you got a guy that, again, on that RPO, those run options, a guy like Bogner, he can just kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tommy. You got to account for both. You know, you got to account for his arm, because he can beat you through the air. Second leading passer in the N10 this year, but also 4th leading rusher in the N10. Wow. Pick your poison.
Yeah. We talk about pick your poison. You don't want to pick that poisonous apple, as that was the first drive by these Bulldogs. Unable to find pay dirt. A turnover on downs after what was seemingly going to be a capped-off drive with 6. Now another bite at the apple for these Bulldogs as the Warriors get ready to kick off, and we'll get ready for our player spotlight here on this drive by these Bulldogs. The Warriors got to be careful how they kick this one. He had a nice return on the last drive to start this one, and they're just going to pooch this one. Little squib.
So the return man will slip down at the 35-yard line. So it's about like kicking it out of bounds pretty much there, Tommy. It's Caden Sinclair on the return for the Bulldogs.
First down for the Bulldogs.
And they'll set up at their own 35. Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Relax and Revive Salon and Spa. All instant replays brought to you by Klaus Construction. Our halftime marching band performance presented by Forte Music. Timeouts, as usual, brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. When teams enter the red zone, that's presented by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. And we have this shotgun formation here for the Bulldogs. Quarterback keeper, as Baker's going to keep it, picks up a couple, up to about the 36. Our player spotlight tonight brought to you by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc. Keys to the game presented by Teal Financial Group. Let's take a look at that player spotlight. Once again, presented by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc.
Yeah, the Warriors proven otherwise on that. Well, these Warriors creating a monster. You talk about it. Mohawk went from 2-8 and 23 to N10 conference champion and hosting a playoff just in one season.
I love the graphic. And the running back, actually that's the quarterback, to the outside, but he is tripped up right at the line of scrimmage as Maddox Baker for no gain. And Tommy, I looked it up. It was 2016 when we were on the call for these Edgerton Bulldogs. Or 2018, sorry. They sling it left side, complete. Out to the 40-yard line for Scotty Krantz. They'll set up third down and about 4. Yeah. Eric, I still cannot believe you're wearing shorts tonight.
Oh, how would people see my socks if I wasn't?
He'd say, but that's a good point.
The socks kind of work as leg warmers.
Fourth down. Punt team onto the field. Ooh. High snap, but they do get it under control and get the punt away. Ball hits down at the 33, and it dies right there, rolls out of bounds.
So turnover on downs, and now a punt by these Bulldogs. Uncharacteristic by these Bulldogs. As for their player spotlight, presented by Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., that's what coming into tonight you were expecting. These Bulldogs to light up the scoreboard. These Edgerton Bulldogs, these dogs can cook. The Bulldogs like to score points, tallying 26 or more points in 8 games. But the 2 they didn't win, they were shut out. That includes last week's 24-0 loss to Tenora.
Was that your pup?
No.
Was that your pupper? Warriors
clean, but clean enough.
Warriors have the possession. Bogner over the middle has it for Bish.
Grab. Oh, the ball comes
and
out.
the ball comes out at the end of the play, but they're going to say, I think that was
incomplete.
Either incomplete or, yeah, he never had possession of it there.
Ooh, is that winner?
So Caleb Bish unable to pull that one in. Yeah, they thought that was a fumble. They were about to take it back. But a second down coming up here for the Warriors. Eric, you had a pretty good look at that one. What'd you think? Did you catch that one?
They had their back turned to me where I was at down here, but this is awesome having this microphone because I can get all over the place now.
Second and 10. Bogner going to step up, takes off with it, and picks up a few yards. I think that was a designed pass. He just saw his options were covered, took off.
Flower with the tackle.
So 7-0 Mohawk leading with 1:34 left to play here in the first quarter. 4 receivers set, shotgun formation. Bogner looks to the sideline for the play adjustment. Caden Bish in the backfield with him. Woodland in the slot.
Yeah, get this one out.
They set it up for Bish on the left side. Blocking was not there, but Bish makes the play anyways. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's going to be down inside the 50, but a flag flies in around the 40-yard line. I think this is going to get against the Warriors here.
I think they're going to say Bish had a little bit of a hold on that face mask as he put the stiff arm out there.
Yep. So that negates a big gain.
Yeah, replay of that.
As that one would have put it over the 50 down to the 48-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask against the Warriors. 15-yard walk-off.
Ooh, 15-yarder.
Ouch. So that is a personal foul variety. We've seen a few incidental face masks this year, Tommy, but hey, when you're grabbing and twisting, that's going to be an obvious call.
Bigger thing now is what would have converted the chains now turns into a 3rd and a mile for these Warriors. So it's going to be 3rd and
about 18 to go. Inside of a minute to play. Bogner in the shotgun on 3rd and 18. Rolls to his right, has pressure, gets rid of it, gets it out to Bish. It's complete to the 40, and he's close to the first down marker.
He rolls ahead as he puts the big stiff arm out again.
He almost got there, but he's just a yard short. They'll mark him at the 42-yard line. He needed to get it to the 43, but this is manageable here, 4th and a yard.
He fought for that extra yardage there.
He really did. This replay brought to you. Look at the hit Bogner takes. Still stands in there strong. 4th and a yard. Keep an eye on Bogner here. Yep. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got the first. Past the 45 to about the 46.
No hesitation. No hocus pocus, just all focus on a huge 4th down that they didn't even think twice about going.
All right, folks, that's the end of the first quarter. Mohawk on top of the Edgerton Bulldogs here in this Region 26 Division 7 opening round matchup. 7-0 is your score. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Warrior Field here in Sycamore, Ohio. We start the second quarter with the Warriors with the possession at the 46-yard line, leading 7-0. Bogner, a little trickery here. Heyman sets it up, trying to find Bogner, and it's picked off. And they step right in front of it as Jackson Flower comes up and makes the pick. But I tell you what, Tommy, that was bowling shoe ugly there, as you say.
Yeah.
I took the words right out of your mouth.
They talked about no hocus pocus, all focus, but now a little trickery dickory doc.
It's underthrown there. He's kind of hopping backwards off that foot.
Hey,
allows Flower.
Only Mahomes can throw that one.
To come up with that huge interception.
You know, I think guys see that from Aaron Rodgers and Pat Mahomes and all these quarterbacks throwing off their back foot. They're like, oh, I can do that. And it's that's a lot easier said than done, let me tell you that. But the Bulldogs have it, 1st and 10 at their own 49. Maddox fakes the handoff. Pressure on the play. He evades pressure, slings it left side, complete. Over on the left sideline. And Corey Herman on the reception. But a first down for the Bulldogs as they get it inside Warrior territory down to the 36.
Yeah. Corey Herman monster, as he was just a tall drink of water, a big Frankenstein target there on the sideline. Standing 6'2", 200 pounds. The Bulldogs get a first down.
Shotgun formation. Tried to bring a man in motion, but he stutters. This time, handoff goes to Knotts. The Krantz off the right side. A flag comes in at about the 35. This one I think is coming back, yeah. Face mask. This one's going to go against the Bulldogs.
What's that? Wow. How did they even have time to get the face mask or engage for it? Because that one just kind of, that play just kind of stalled from Jump Street. You had the motion that looked like Greggy was coming out of motion.
Hey now. So they put the ball back where they started at the 49-yard line inside their own territory. Pretty much negates the big play they had to get themselves down to the 36. 1st and 25. Maddox fakes the handoff, slings it right side. Sanchez on the reception.
What a tremendous play on the ball. Sorry, Nate, but Krantz had a block on that Warrior defender. And as soon as that play got underway, Schiff was right there diving at his ankles.
Where Mason Schimpf has really stepped up on the defensive side of the ball these last few weeks. All over the field making plays. He stepped up huge when Heyman and Bish went down in that Week 8 game against the Rams. 2nd down and 24, and a flag comes in. This one's going to be a false start against the Bulldogs. So, boy, this is just going backwards here, Tommy.
False start.
They're going the wrong direction.
5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
You think this is, I don't want to say week 1 jitters, but maybe a little bit of week 1 playoff jitters? You're a little nervous. You made the postseason or the playoffs, and you know that it's win or go home at this point.
Well, and this is probably the longest trip they've had to make all year, so it's hard. You did a 2.5-hour bus ride, and that pressure in the backfield as the Warriors come in to make the stop. Caden Bish in there on the play.
By Bish in that 55 Chevrolet.
Also in on the stop is Eli Chevalier and Logan Heminger. It was a pack of Warriors there, Tommy. Can we call them a tribe of Warriors? Yeah, we can call them a tribe.
I feel like that's what it should be, right?
All right, yeah.
I knew of a tribe called Quest.
Really low.
So 3rd and 36.
Handoff, little draw play. And this one's not going anywhere as Joel Walkup tried to find some running space. And he walked up to about the 40, and that's where he stopped.
Yeah, he had them Hawk gloves, but he had banner legs on that one as he's brought down immediately. He's going to force the punt unit out here, Greg.
4th and 34. There's no going for it here.
Yeah, ouch.
Corey Herman on to punt for the Bulldogs. And this one booted.
That one.
What a boot. All the way into the end zone. I mean, that was from the 32-yard line he was standing and booted that one. 68-yard punt. I mean, it's going to count for 60, but the net will be about 40 after that. Goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Do you want to take a look at the stats that you had for these teams here, Nate?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the team stats coming into this one as Mohawk scoring about 35 points per game. The Bulldogs at 32 points per game. I think the big telling stat for these teams, though, these Bulldogs, they've given up some points on the defensive side of the ball, whereas Mohawk, well, that defense has really been staunch all year for the Warriors. Bogner, a quick handoff on the jet sweep look as, actually that was a pitch forward, so that would have been a handoff. That would have been a pass. Coaches like that look, Tommy, because if he fumbles it, that's not a fumble. It's just an incomplete pass.
Yeah. A little shovel type pass.
Yeah. But once again, those team stats, as you take a look at those Bulldogs, what really stands out to me is the takeaways, Tommy. 24 takeaways on the season. That defense, they force some turnovers. They're an opportunistic defense. They might allow some points, but they're going to get the ball back for their offense.
Here's the thing, though, too, is as Bogner makes his way to the edge, he's probably going to be brought down outside.
A flag comes flying in at the end of the play. We'll see what the flag is. I think that's going to be horse collar.
Horse collar.
Yeah, that was a nasty little horse collar tackle there at the end of that one.
Yeah, Carter Gibson rides him out of bounds, brings a horse collar tackle. But you talk about the takeaways here tonight, or coming in tonight, Nate. You already got one tonight if you're the Bulldogs against Bogner, whose ratio is 8-1 in touchdowns to interceptions.
Well, they only have 4 turnovers on the season as a team. So even though these Bulldogs do have, obviously they take the ball away, they cause turnovers. These Warriors, a lot of senior experience on that team. They don't really turn the ball over very much. Bogner slings it to the left, and that one's on the turf, incomplete for Heyman. Actually, it's Caleb Bish, the intended receiver there. Heyman was here on the near side. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Week 11 is that ball in those frigid conditions becomes just cement-like. It becomes that much harder to get your hands on. So a lot of these drop passes you're seeing here tonight, very uncharacteristic, which has been causing the stall in the last 2 Warrior drives.
Bogner takes the snap. Up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Down to the 30-yard line. Ben Bogner. Penalty flag flies in.
Win.
This one's going to be a hold against the Warriors. I think it occurred somewhere around the 46-yard line. So spot foul. We'll drop them back to about the 45.
See, I think it was number
43.
12 there in the replay. It was kind of.
Yep. A little tugging.
It's kind of like he's calling. Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up again real quick. You kind of see him at the end of the play. Kind of puts his hands up at the ref like, hey, come on now.
Yeah.
There's something that happened before that. Yeah.
That's a great look at it, Greg, and we can't thank Klaus Construction enough for giving us that look by sponsoring that replay. As we are in Week 11 here. 2nd and 15. Bogner in the gun. He's going to tuck and run it, and he's going to be met right at the line by Noah Weaver as he bobs and weaves through a sea of Mohawk Warrior offensive linemen right to Bogner.
Trying to put Bogner in the doghouse there, guys.
No, not in the doghouse.
Oh, yeah. I know Tommy said that he liked the little doghouse that Edgerton Bulldogs have on their field. I've seen some pictures and some video of that. It's nice.
3rd and long coming up here for the Warriors. 7:12 left to play in the first half. Mohawk leading 7-0 over Edgerton. Bogner in the shotgun. 3 receivers off to the left. Takes the snap. Looking. Steps up.
Bring the blitz.
Bogner has pressure. Just got to get rid of it as he throws this one out of bounds. And they'll punt it away here from about the 43-yard line.
Now that holding penalty really pays dividends and was a detriment to that drive, which was one of the reasons why that Seneca East and Mohawk N10 championship was so close. Both teams with some mental miscues early on. Mohawk was able to clean that up and get out ahead and keep that lead. But here tonight, more of the same by these Mohawk Warriors. A couple penalties on these drives stall what could have been a real successful drive, now results in a punt.
This one punted away, hits down at the 32, and it will roll all the way to the 16-yard line. Nicely done there by Bogner. As this will pin the Bulldogs all the way down to the 16-yard line. We got some score updates here for you here as Tiffin Columbian tied up with Benedictine 7-7 in the second quarter. Norwalk leading Buckeye 7-0. That's a 2 versus a 15, folks. Clay leading Sandusky's 13-7. Hopewell all over Margaretta 23-0. Let's see here. Medina Highland leading Fremont Ross 14-7 in the second quarter. Calvert all over Hardin Northern 21-0. Of course, that's over on the X stream. Man in motion. They fake the handoff, and carry is up the middle to the 20 and about the 21-yard line is where the quarterback will be brought down. Maddox Baker on the carry.
Keeper by Baker, and on the tackle, Rathburn and Patrici.
So these Bulldogs came up with a stop there defensively, Tommy. Now they got to get something going offensively. That last drive, they had a big play, but then just kind of went backwards after that big play.
Yeah, this is definitely a offense that can catch you sleeping. They can produce instant offense.
Hand off to Krantz, trying to find a little running room there. As he's got it near the first down marker, that should move the chains.
Caleb Bish with the tackle.
Not a bad job to just kind of reset the tempo. Edgerton out these hard yards and convert the chains slowly but surely.
You say Edgerton out those hard yards? I like that.
Sometimes you just get Edgerton out those hard yards.
Plenty of scores from N10 teams and others in the area.
5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first half.
It's a perfectly cromulent word.
Baker drops back, throws it over the middle. Wide open man at the 50, to the 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown! Carter Gibson. A 73-yard touchdown pass.
Complete to Gibson for a touchdown.
And I'll tell you what, that was all Gibson. He did that. He did the work after the catch there.
Absolutely. As you see here on the Klaus Construction replay, beautifully drawn up play. As he got all the time in the world to throw it right across the middle, Greg catches it in stride and then finds his way up the sideline and in for 6. A beautifully drawn up play by Coach Brody Feigl.
Just taking advantage of the defensive look there, Tommy, as Bogner was all by himself there. No corner help on that side. He was all by himself as the safety.
He almost had him, too.
He did.
Just barely got beat on the outside there.
They ran kind of an extended drag that went about 15 yards down the field and just kind of caught him sleeping. There was nobody there.
Once again, beautifully drawn up play by Coach Feigl. Must be taking them art lessons by Chelsea Mullins.
I guess so.
So now this
You wouldn't want to see my artwork, though. You're going to hang that on the fridge.
Well, if it doesn't go on the fridge, you can at least put it under your bed to keep the monsters away.
Tied at 7 apiece with 5:18 left to play here in the first half. And now the Warriors got to come up with an answer. That was a big play, Tommy, but your defense has been, they've stood tall for the most part, except for that big play. So if you can just limit the big plays.
Yeah, you just got to breathe if you're the Mohawk Warriors after allowing that touchdown. Your defense has remained steadfast throughout the first stanza of action. And for that one to just kind of get you torched over top like that, again, it sends a message to you that, hey, you can't be messing around. You got to keep your head on a swivel and be paying attention and get to your make your reads a little bit earlier, because that was all that happened there. You caught a guy who was already in stride on the other side of the field before the secondary knew what was going on.
Absolutely. Okay. It's a heads-up coaching call there.
I don't like this look. Look at this kicking formation.
And an onside kick attempted here.
See, I told you.
Patrizzi will fall on it at midfield. Actually, is that Patrizzi? No, that was number 9.
Yep.
That's Hayden Parker on the recovery.
Well, you caught the Warriors sleeping for 6. Again, you've played you've played some quality opponents. I mean, this is a 13 going against the 4th seed. The disparity really isn't that much to where, again, when you're keeping it this close, why are you onside kicking it?
I don't understand that call at all, Tommy. I guess trying to get a little momentum there, but
well, you already got the momentum. Now you just gave it right back.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a tie ball game.
Head scratcher.
Warriors
now you give him the ball at midfield.
Yep, but we're to start this drive from midfield.
Bogner in the shotgun, going to keep it. Up the middle, skips through the line, and he's got it up for about 5, maybe 6 yards to the 43.
Sometimes that punch in the mouth, it just wakes you up. It's Ben Bogner. Seeing red now.
Yeah.
Being given the ball, gifted at midfield after that.
Second and 4 coming up. The ball at the 43. 4 receivers set. Bogner takes the snap off the right side. He's got some running room. Follows his blocks to the 30 and out of bounds inside the 30. A little extra shove at the end.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell with the atmosphere down there on the field. It's like that wasn't just a friendly. Oh, you're gonna run out of bounds. You better run out of bounds.
I tell you, there's nothing worse than playing against a quarterback like Ben Bogner. They frustrate you. You have them dead to rights in the backfield, and they're able to give you a second chance. They bring out the paddles to any dead drive, and that's what Ben Bogner gives you, is that extra look. That's why these guys have made the turnaround from 2-8 as a sophomore camp in his junior campaign to tonight.
Hand off to Bish off the right side to the 20, to the 15, and he's got the first down. A 13-yard run there by Caden Bish.
Caden Bish, he can carry the load as well when you need to give a different look, show a different dimension. And, man, I tell you what, these Mohawk Warriors gave up the touchdown, and now they're responding. They seemingly are responding as they start to drive inside the bench warmers red zone with the ball at the 14-yard line.
Braxton Frisch in the backfield with Ben Bogner. 2 Eagles standing in the backfield, Greggy.
Yeah, I love to see it.
Bogner takes the snap, makes the handoff. Now going to keep it off the right side.
Wow.
To the 5. Buries his shoulder down and bulls his way into the end zone. Ben Bogner from 10 yards out, 14 yards out, puts the Warriors on top 13-7.
And if you're Edgerton, you just got to make that open field tackle. You can't allow yourself to get challenged by the quarterback, lowering his shoulder, giving you the you hit on it earlier, that little Patrick Mahomes type shoulder boom too. Where Bogner, though, undenied as he stumbled across his way.
He had some green grass there, but it wasn't all clear. Right here at the end, he's going to fight for that. Yeah.
Lowers the shoulder, lowers the boom in for 6 as the boom is up to tack on the extra point.
So the Warriors answer that 73-yard touchdown with a drive of their own. This one started at the 50-yard line. And, Tommy, you had a great point after that onside kick. What are you doing? Like, what was the reason for that? Because, I guess on one hand, you might be saying, well, if we kick it deep, they might score a touchdown anyway. You got 2 dynamite return guys back there with Kane Heyman and Caleb Bish. Both of them have returned touchdowns this year. So maybe that's just the plan, is trying to keep it out of their hands. But even then, kick it short. What's the point in giving it to them at midfield?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, you try to catch them sleeping. You try to capitalize off of momentum. But if it doesn't go right, then you got to as Drewski said, you got to stand on business on that one.
Exactly.
As you gifted the Mohawk Warriors that possession, and they were able to make the most with it and turn it into points, and that's what you can't have here in the first 24 minutes of action. 4:24 remaining here in the first half. These Mohawk Warriors now on top, 14-7. over the Edgerton Bulldogs, who were able to capitalize with a tremendous touchdown drive last time they had their hands on the ball. We'll see what they can do with it this time, Greg.
That was an excellent job there answering back after you gave up that score. You had the lead for a good quarter there. And then it seemed like the momentum shifted. Like you said, Tommy, you go back down the field, you shift that momentum right back.
Krantz onto the outside, picks up some blockers, and he's got it up near the 50-yard line.
Judging.
Huh?
Judging.
I know. This buzzing noise is coming from somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. 4:17 left here in the first half, and it is 14-7. Mohawk on top. Bulldogs set to take over at their own 39-yard line. The last time they had possession, Maddox Baker found Carter Gibson for a 73-yard score through the air on their first play of the drive. Let's see what they have in store here. Baker fakes the handoff. Pressure. Got to get rid of it. It's tipped at the line by Bish. And incomplete.
Deflected by Caden Bish.
I think Bish is starting to realize just how slippery the Baker is out of the pocket. And when you got that size advantage, go ahead and just throw your hands up. If you're not going to be able to get there, get the sack, what a tremendous job just getting those arms up there, put those big bear paws in the way, and knocking that one, tipping that one.
Well, that was a designed boot. You wanted the quarterback was trying to roll to that side, but the defensive pressure, they set the edge really hard there, Tommy, and did not allow him to roll. Setting the screen up here for Gibson, and this time defense is all over it. Garrett Reinhardt in familiar territory, making the play in the backfield.
Yeah, and the poor ball carrier Gibson left with no alternative. Unenviable task. As soon as he tried to turn around and cut it back, he had a sea of Warriors chasing him down from the other side.
So a 3rd and long for the Bulldogs here. 3:44 left to play in the first half. Three receivers set. Tight end on the left side of the formation. One man in the backfield. Maddox Baker rolls to the right.
Warriors bring some pressure.
Slings it to the sideline. That's complete, but well short of the first down as they get it up to about the 40-yard line. Timeout called by the Mohawk coaching staff. They'll save some time with 3:17 left to play here in the first half.
Well, Sanchez came up big with a huge reception there. I believe he was the same one that came up with that huge 4th down reception that extended the drive of the Bulldogs in their first attempt.
If you remember the last time, this young man had about a 60-yard punt to put it into the end zone. So this is a weapon for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can try to pin him deep here, Tommy, because it's going to be, I mean, you want to try to pin him deep. You got the ball at the 40. If you can get that ball somewhere around the 20 or inside the 20, even better. Because you want the Warriors to have to work for these points.
Yeah, I think when you're playing against a good team, you can get one pass to maybe once. But you were already offered your shot.
Yep.
And you weren't able, it turned into points for your opponent. Just punt the ball away here.
Yep.
It's 4th down for the Bulldogs.
So Corey Herman on to punt once again. About a 40-yard punt net average, but a 60-yarder as it rolled into the end zone earlier. 4th and 9, low snap, but he gets the punt away, and another booming punt to the 15, to the 5, and wow, all the way into the end zone for Herman once again. But boy, he almost got that to angle out at the 1, Tommy. You want to talk about, I mean, a game of inches? Whew.
Herman saying, darn, darn, darn now.
Stop.
As that one rolled back into the end zone.
Darn. I think probably too old of a reference for most people.
Right. Ball at the 20-yard line. The Warriors have it with 2 timeouts and 3:09 left to play here in the first half. They lead 14-7. Shotgun set, 4 receivers. 1 man in the backfield with Ben Bogner. Bogner takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to take it, and off the left side, he's got some running room to the 30, 35, and inside the 35 down to about the mark at the 36-yard line. Impressive there. 16-yard gain on first down by Ben Bogner.
I wonder what this guy's conditioning regimen's like.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should ask Dean Bogner what his physical conditioning regimen is. He won't let that kid take a day off. No, I'm just playing. No, he's been conditioned for this since youth football as Bogner slings it down the left sideline. Heyman on the catch at the 20. What a bomb from Bogner to Kane Heyman.
Greggy, I've seen quarterbacks throw off their back foot. I've seen them throw off their passing foot. But in that situation, Bogner slipped up and was still able to get the ball out for a huge reception. Right here, you see it.
44-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, it kind of slipped a little bit. It's like, how do you get your footing back underneath you there?
Bogner's going to keep it. Right side. Follows his blocks inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. And it's going to be a second down and about 4. 2:20 to play here in the first half. Warriors lead by 7, and they are inside the Benchwarmers red zone. Bogner already over 100 yards rushing here in the first half. Takes the snap, handoff to Bish. Bish breaks a tackle, still going into the end zone. Touchdown, Mohawk.
Wow.
Caden Bish would not be denied from 13 yards out.
Here on the Klaus Construction replay, Caden Bish with another carry, and these Warriors, they're just unstoppable seemingly. These rolling juggernauts able to plow ahead for a huge touchdown run.
Yeah, he looked like he was stopped for sure for a minute, and then he just burst on through there and kept going.
And this is Warrior football right here, Tommy. 3 touchdown runs here in the first half, as that one good on the extra point from Patrizzi. And Greggy, you can play that graphic now. Hey, there you go. Patrizzi with the extra point knocks it through, and the kick is good. We're waiting to use that graphic for 2 weeks now when he actually made a kick. Last week they had Brant Kirian doing the kicking duties for the Warriors, even though I tried to call him Owen Esch a few times. People corrected me on the broadcast. I thank you. But it's inside of 2 minutes to play here, Tommy. Warriors take a 14-point lead. And if you're the Bulldogs, what do you got to do? You only had one big play so far. Other than that, this Warrior defense really has stood tall.
I think you're trying to play catch-up now in a sense because, again, you were afforded the opportunity to take the momentum back, make this a tie ball game. You gift the Warriors the ball at midfield. They're able to capitalize on it. Warriors get a huge stop on you in that next drive, and then they're able to capitalize on the ensuing drive. You're under 2 minutes here, now you're just trying to cut away at the deficit and get out of the half. That way you can regroup, maybe be down a score by the half in an ideal situation.
That's a great point, Tommy. Some score updates from around the area. Gibsonburg leading Arlington. It's just a 7-6 game at halftime, as that one is a 3 versus 14 matchup. Arlington at 5-5, Gibsonburg 8-2 on the season. Hopewell Loudon all over Margaretta, 29-0 in the second quarter.
Jeez, they were barely able to sneak past Margaretta in the regular season.
Yeah, they were holding back a little bit, Tommy. Actually, it was a very wet game. That was not favorable conditions for that one, if I remember correctly.
The way the Polar Bears were ending the back 9 of their season, you thought that one was going to be a little closer, but the Chieftains just taking control. As a return now.
Braden Leppelmeyer on the return brings it up to the 40.
Not a bad spot to start this drive. especially with 2 minutes, Greg. Well, 152.
Some score updates from around the area. The Tigers, Seneca East, traveling up to Collins, Ohio, and they are all over the Western Reserve Rough Riders, 37-6 in the second quarter. Monroeville on top of Independence, 21-7. Maybe the Tigers taking a little frustration out.
I was about to say, those Tigers, they're hot. They upended in the N10 championship game against the Warriors. So not only did they lose the championship, they also were forced to hit the road to Western Reserve as a huge pass to Sanchez is complete right at midfield, and now they caught. Continuing to roll, but these Bulldogs are marching.
Cary and Tenora tied at 14 apiece in the second quarter. Calvert, 28-7 over Hardin Northern. And a penalty flag comes in. This will be false start against the Bulldogs.
I'm telling you, they were quick to the ball, almost running.
Tommy, once again, they get inside Warrior territory, and now back it up. Hit the reverse.
Whatever play they had dialed up, I'm telling you, they had this receiver down here. He had to jump on the ball. He would have.
We need that on the sound pad. Back up, Terry. Put it in reverse.
Let's get her done.
First and 15.
They're going to dial up the same play.
And this one, little dump off to the left, incomplete, but a flag flies in. We'll see what the call is here. I'm not sure what this flag is, but I think it's going to be against the Bulldogs. Holding against Edgerton. So once again, Tommy, they get the ball inside Warrior territory and just miscue after miscue, shooting themselves in the foot. You can't go backwards.
Sometimes it can be a combination of miscues. Other times it can be a combination of pressure getting to you, as these Warriors are relentless in their pursuit of the ball, especially with less than 2 minutes. This defense is going to come after you.
Absolutely.
They're not going to allow you to try to cut this one to a one-possession game right before the half, especially when they're leading going into the half at home.
Shotgun set, 4 receivers. Man in motion is Sanchez. They sling it out to him on the left side, but it's incomplete off his hands. The sophomore receiver unable to come up with it.
Heard the footsteps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Andrew Woodland's been making a lot of plays these last few weeks. He was out there as well as Mason Schimpf as well. 1:24 left to play in the first half. It's 2nd and 25. What's the play call here, Tommy?
For the Bulldogs?
Yeah. I mean, do you continue to pass the ball, possibly give the ball back to the Warriors with some time left? They still got 2 timeouts.
Well, you were already giving your screen call. Now you got to try to go for something maybe that slants in.
I think you want something, just a short handoff, maybe a draw play, something. Eat some of that clock. And that's exactly what I would do if I was Mohawk as well. Call that timeout. 3rd down coming up here.
These Warriors will call a timeout. Because now you're starting to get your opponent where you want it as you start controlling the tempo.
Yep.
You're afforded to take that timeout. Most teams, you're trying to just get the stop, get this one out of the half, be comfortable with that lead. But these Warriors, they see now a 3rd and 22, and they got them pinned deep in their own territory. When they had the ball at midfield, now your thoughts start to change a little bit.
Absolutely. This timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. I'd like to take this time and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this broadcast to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Xcadet Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Construction, Mullins Entertainment, Forte Music, First National Bank of Sycamore, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Teal Financial Group, Landers Strength Syndicate, Art Lessons by Chelsea Mullins, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, and the Advertiser Tribune. Thanks to all of those sponsors for helping us bring this broadcast to you. Maddox. Baker throws it to the left side. That one's complete.
Lateral.
A little trickery there as awaiting outside of the tackle was Joel Walkup.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
I don't even know if that was by design, but the ball carrier unable to get out of bounds, knowing that, just pitches it here. Look, Warriors got him stopped, trying to make his way over to that.
There you go. That was almost a forward
I was
pass.
just about to say the same thing. It was really close to a forward pass, but not quite right. It was a parallel. That was a Music City Miracle pass right there.
Something like that.
I say Uncle Lateral.
Remember the old Frank Wycheck to Kevin Dyson, I think is who it was?
How can I forget?
We take another timeout here. Is that what they did?
Timeout brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore with 1:06 left to play here in the first half. 4th down coming up. Bulldogs once again back inside Warrior territory, but 4th and 10 coming up. Tommy, what do you do? You got 2 timeouts left, but obviously you don't want to give the ball back to the Warriors here.
Not at midfield. Kind of
You've already done that before, and you didn't like the result.
Danged if you do, danged if you don't. Because now you're going to give them. I think I just tell my guys, hey, we ain't out of this one yet. Let's go ahead and reset the table at half. We were unable to take advantage. We were unable to get it. Those mental miscues are what takes you out of it. So you got to live with that, and you got to get you guys off the field and into the locker room for the half. That defense got to get you there first.
Shotgun formation.
Nope.
Baker. Under pressure, 4th down. And he's just going to throw that one out of bounds. Incomplete. That one should be an intentional grounding.
Nobody in the vicinity.
They're discussing it there on the sideline, but I don't think that's going to be the call here. Well, hang on. A little conference here. Eric, you're down there. What's going?
I'm about 20 yards. I'm about 20 yards downfield. It looked like it didn't get past.
There's no tackle box in high school football.
That's what I thought. I didn't think it got. Well, regardless, I didn't think it got past the line.
That too.
He said, Eric, you're down there, and imagine him being in the referee huddle, standing there at the microphone.
Well, I mean, get closer now. Come on, what are you 20 yards away for?
So, Eric, you're down there.
Now, I'm ready for the big play down here, but yeah, it looked like.
Yeah, they did call the flag, intentional grounding.
It may have crossed the line, but it went out of bounds before it did. He kind of threw it out of bounds, and it's where the ball crosses the line.
So that will add yardage to the result of the play because the play stands, and then you get those extra penalty yards at the end of the play. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So you're going to get the ball all the way down at the 41-yard line. Tommy, just the decision making so far here in this first half by the coaching staff on 2 different occasions, special teams play just not what you're expecting to see here in week 1 of the playoffs.
It just makes you make the face after you kiss your sister. Man, that one was just
inside of a minute to play.
Rough way to go.
Bogner trots onto the field here in shotgun formation. Steps up over the middle. He's got Bish at the 20. Caleb Bish down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Senior wide receiver.
And spike the ball here.
Once again inside the bench warmers red zone. I don't even think you need to.
Yes,
that's what they told him to do.
So they're going to spike it.
If that's what you would call it.
I don't know if that was a spike or not. Was it a spike? They're going to say it was.
Okay.
And the clock was still running, but
somebody upstairs is upset.
No, it was at 51 when they got
it was
set
at
on the
51.
ball.
That's not that much.
It was at 48.
All right.
Bogner rolls to his left, looking, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete off the hands of Caleb Bish.
He almost had that one. He went up for it, hit his hands. He should have been able to pull that one in.
That's the rules. You get your hands on it, you got to catch it.
Somebody in the stands was not very happy about something down there.
Well, the refs having a conversation about something here.
There's a little bit of a discussion here. I'm not sure what the call is. Maybe an ineligible man, possibly.
Was that an official's timeout?
Official's timeout? Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Usually they do that for an injury.
I think they're saying whether or not that was just.
Well, if that isn't an eligible man, they're now deciding whether the clock should run as soon as they set the ball.
Oh, with the ineligible man downfield?
I think that's probably what the call is. Let me see. Hang on. We'll wait. I didn't see a flag on the field, though. I don't know what the discussion's about.
I haven't seen one.
Well,
either. A lot of talking.
Yeah, I mean, are they going to wait to call it until just now?
You know, I only get my exercise by stretching the truth and jumping to conclusions. So we'll wait to see what the officials say here.
I feel like we're not going to get an explanation.
No, wind the clock. I think.
He's just going to throw his hands up like Bret the Hitman Hart.
There's some confusion going on. I don't know what's going on
He's
here.
doing a lot of pointing, that's for sure.
39 to 32, they ran an additional 7 seconds off.
There's some unhappy fans right now. Three receivers set. Bogner in the shotgun. Rolls to his left. Third down. Looking. Throws it left side. He's got it, but he drops it.
Wow.
Bish unable to hold on to it in the left front corner of the end zone. Actually, it was just short of the end zone. Would have been a first down, but now fourth down coming up. Decision time here. I don't think there's much of a decision to be made. You keep that offense on the field.
It was almost the same type of play they just ran before that where he had to jump up.
Are you able to kick it from the 16?
Either way, Tommy, even if you don't convert, you still give them the ball at the 16. They got to go 84 yards. You'd rather live with the result here.
Yeah, with 24 seconds left.
Yep, there are only 24 seconds left. I know they got 2 timeouts, but that's a long way to go.
And, I mean, you've had 2 plays back-to-back where you almost hit pay dirt there, so let's draw something up here.
Bogner rolls to the left. Looking, steps up, throws it into the end zone. Caught! Heyman, touchdown! Kane Heyman comes down with it.
Between 3 defenders.
Wow.
16-yard touchdown pass from Ben Bogner.
16-yard touchdown.
Oh, from 16 yards out, Greg. And gamble on fourth down.
I mean, and that's what I said. They kind of just ran the same type of play where they ran it out to the left and they found somebody in the end zone. And third time's the charm there.
Well, Bogner had all the time in the world to throw that. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a luxury to be able to set up a cot in the backfield.
And Patrizi's kick is up, and it clears the crossbar and makes it through. I don't know how that got over, but just barely. Eric, you got a better perspective on that one. How much distance did he have there? Could he have made that from 15 yards?
It looked like it was hooking left to me. I couldn't tell about how far it went over the crossbar, but it looked like it was going to hit that left upright to me.
So Patrizzi knocks through the extra point. It is 28-7. Mohawk all over the Edgerton Bulldogs, and now Tommy, these Bulldogs, boy, coming out of this second half, they're gonna have to kick the ball off to the Warriors in the second half.
I never thought scoring a touchdown to tie a game would be a detriment to the momentum that your team faces in the ensuing drives. It's been all downhill for these Bulldogs after they put points on the board. We go back to that onside kick. That went for naught. And the Mohawk Warriors able to capitalize with a drive from midfield. And then again, these Bulldogs gambling away and unable to convert when they need to. You talk about on their last drive, less than a minute on the clock. You're driving, and then penalties drive you all the way back to about the 17th.
Yeah, that's frustrating. It's just so frustrating.
So, I mean, you're talking the opportunity from the 47-yard line to put this one into half, a one-score ball game, to now turning the ball over to the Warriors and them being able to set up
trickery on the return here. And a nice return by Scotty Krantz as the senior receiver has it all the way up to the 40-yard line. So with about 9.9 seconds left, you got enough time for 2 plays here, Tommy. You got enough time for one and then another, maybe a heave to the end zone or some trickery here, but let's see what the call is here. The ball at the 40-yard line. Bulldogs come out in a 4-receiver set. Maddox Baker, junior quarterback in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. Looking, slings it right, over to the sideline, complete, and he is out of bounds inside Warrior territory, down to the 48-yard line.
Nice pitch and catch there on the sideline. Move the chains. Now you get a chance to give a big old heave into the end zone.
And that gives you a little bit more position to get that ball down there. I mean, that's an extra 12 yards that you don't have to throw. I mean, I know 50 yards is still quite a way to heave it, but it's better than having to try to get it 60.
Well, you still got some tremendous playmakers who maybe can give you a second chance at it downfield. Catching
4 receivers set. Baker with the throw. It's incomplete as his receiver slipped on the play. Looks like they were trying to set up maybe a little hook and ladder play there, but nevertheless, that's the end of the first half. The Warriors on top of the Edgerton Bulldogs, 28-7. We'll take a step aside. We'll come back with the halftime show. Brought to you by Relax and Revive Salon and Spa. We'll have our marching band performance. Brought to you by Forte Music. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Klaus Construction, located in New Riegel, Ohio, is one of the top design-build general contractors. Klaus Construction Corporation takes pride in giving their customers the best possible products and service. From conception design to completion, Klaus Construction will handle every aspect of your project. Please call Klaus Construction at 419-448-1365 or visit their website at klausconstruction.com. Remember Klaus Construction for all your building and construction needs. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Experience the ultimate luxury treatment at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa. At Tiffin's largest salon and spa, we offer a full array of services to help you look and feel your best. From hair and nails to massages and skincare, we also accommodate groups and are the perfect place for bridal parties, girl days, and even date night. Everyone needs a little R&R. Enjoy some self-care at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Becoming the second single to break the top 10, here's our first song, Some Nights. Our second song of the night is the third single from the same album, Some Nights. Carry On, charting at number 100 on the Billboard Hot 100 upon its release. Eventually it peaked at number 20, which makes it their third highest single. We hope you enjoy our second song of the night, Carry On. We close our halftime show tonight with the lead single from the Some Nights album. Released in September 2011, We Are Young, featuring Janelle Monáe, quickly received widespread acclaim from music critics. This song alone propelled the band into mainstream success, peaking at number one on the Billboard Hot 100. This song topped the charts for 6 consecutive weeks. This single has been certified diamond and is Fun's first charting single. Please enjoy our final song of tonight's halftime performance, We Are Young. Let's hear it for the 2024 Edgerton Marching Band. The band is directed by Miss Zoe Scott. Special thanks to the Edgerton Music Boosters, parents, and administration for their continued support of the Edgerton Band program. And go Bulldogs!
In a weird way.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mrs. Lindsay Horde, Assistant Director Wyatt Price, and Major Ed Advisor Shanna Price, please welcome to the field the Mohawk Marching Warriors. Tonight's show is made up of our favorites from the season. With movie themes and rock and roll, this show's got it all. Our first song features the ultimate 2000s pop punk band. With their high energy and politically charged lyrics, Green Day has solidified themselves as one of the top punk bands in history. Featured on their 2004 album with the same name, we open our show with American Idiot. as Captain Jack Sparrow and his crew battle with Davy Jones as we perform Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. With a tune that is sure to have you moving in your seat. Although this Australian band was a one-hit wonder in the US, this song is an alt-rock favorite. Featured in their 03 album, Get Born, we close our show with the Jets. Are You Gonna Be My Girl?
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Hope in Fostoria is your prevention headquarters. Overseeing CARSA, they lead the fight against substance abuse with impactful campaigns like Parents Who Host Lose the Most, Red Ribbon Week, and the Hidden in Plain Sight display. They also drive the Suicide Prevention Coalition, promoting the 988 Crisis Hotline, mental health awareness, and Max's Miles Suicide Prevention Walk. Hope in Fostoria would like to remind you that mental health and addiction issues do not discriminate, but sometimes people do. Words matter. Stop the stigma. The words we use to describe mental illness and substance use disorders can impact the likelihood that people will seek help and the quality of help they receive. The language used relating to addiction is important. Using the right words helps to decrease stigma. Here are some helpful tips. Talk about substance use disorder as a chronic illness, not a moral failing, and be a leader in reducing stigma and promoting recovery from this disease. Learn more about Hope in Fostoria and reducing stigma at hopeinfostoria.com.
Welcome to your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future one part at a time. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Warrior Field as we get ready to start the second half. Mohawk leading Edgerton here in this Region 26 Division 7 opening round matchup, 28-7. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. We got the Wizard Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, Austin Rodriguez on the main cam, and Eric Hall down on the sidelines. Thanks for tuning in here with us on the halftime show, brought to you by Relax and Revive Salon and Spa. Folks, I hope you enjoyed that marching band performance presented by Forte Music. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a little bit about our friends at Forte Music. Because, I mean, it's that time of year where you start thinking about Christmas presents. You start thinking about, what do I get my son? What do I get my daughter? If you've got a young artist, help them discover their passion for music at Forte Music in Tiffin. Whether you're looking for lessons, instruments, or accessories, Forte Music offers everything you need to take your sound to the next level. From beginner to experienced musicians, they've got you covered with expert guidance and quality gear. Once again, that is Forte Music, where the music lives.
I'll tell you what, Nate, I'm looking for lessons, and there's only one teacher that I turn to.
Well, when you're looking for lessons, folks, you turn to the man with the plan, and that is Nostradamus.
Well, we thank Forte Music for the halftime show, but I'll sing a little ditty for you about this second half of action as these Mohawk Warriors hosting the Edgerton Bulldogs in what was a very close 24 minutes of action despite the score 28-7. I think as much as this game is a game of inches, football is also a game made up of moments. And the moment that stands out to me is in that first half where these Edgerton Bulldogs were able to tie the game up, plenty of clock remaining in that first half. And then they decided the onside kick it, giving the Mohawk Warriors the ball at midfield, to which the Warriors were able to capitalize. Defensively, the Mohawk Warriors have remained stout here in that first half of action. Ben Bogner on the offensive side of things, rushing for over 100 yards just in that first half. And I think here in the second half, we talk about these games being made up by moments. I tell you, you're on the road against the number 4 seed at home. You've had your moments.
Yeah, you really have.
You're not going to be afforded too many more of them, and you got to strike early if you expect Midnight not to strike on your Cinderella story and you become a pumpkin. These Edgerton Bulldogs, they got to make something happen pretty quick here in the early onset of the second half, or else these Mohawk Warriors, they're just going to ride the wave of momentum they took into the locker room that these Edgerton Bulldogs desperately tried to escape into the locker room during the first half after the mental miscues. Really, they even had a chance before we went into the half. Less than 2 minutes left, driving the ball past midfield, and a series of penalties backed them all the way to the 17 to where they were unable to, they turned the ball over to the Mohawk Warriors, and they were able to score and capitalize, which brought this one out to a distance, 28-7, starting this second half of action.
A lot of that, Tommy, sounds a lot like the keys to this game, which are brought to you by Teal Financial, of course.
That's absolutely right. Keys to the game brought to you by one of our proud sponsors here at Heart of Ohio Sports, Teal Financial Group. Tommy, second half, let's talk keys for the Bulldogs. How are they going to get back into this one? I know you just talked about it, but what is the main key for this Bulldogs team if they want to try to turn this thing around?
Well, you're kicking off here. You got to get a stop early.
That's
You got to get a quick stop. You can't allow this Mohawk Warrior offense to methodically roll over you and continue to eat up clock. You got a lot of ground to make up. So my Teal's Financial Group keys to the games for these Edgerton Bulldogs: shut it down early and get after it on offense and cut away at this deficit. You ain't got all the time in the world, but you gotta strike while it's hot, Bubba.
That's a great point. You don't have all the time, but you gotta get while the getting's good. So here we have the Bulldogs set to kick it off. This one's a short kick once again. This is an onside variety, as it'll be fielded at midfield, and the Warriors will start out inside Bulldog territory at the 48-yard line. Excellent field position. Let me tell you about our friends at Teal Financial Group. Once again, our keys to the game sponsor. When it comes to planning for your financial future, trust the experts at Teal Financial Group. Whether you're saving for retirement, investing wisely, or planning for your family's future, Teal Financial Group provides professional, personalized guidance every step of the way. Let their experience and commitment to your goals help you achieve financial peace of mind. Reach out to Teal Financial Group today, where your future is their priority.
And on this opening drive of the second half of the Mohawk Warriors, T Financial Group, keys to the game, take advantage of the gifted field position.
I mean, they have so far, as Ben Bogner carries it on first down to the 40-yard line. That's good for 8 on first down.
I think in that first half, he had 14 carries for 106 yards. Now coming out here in the second half, more of the same, just getting Ben Bogner in motion.
Got a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown. He's doing it all here for the Warriors. Bogner, handoff to Bish. This is Caden Bish. And he's got it up near the 35. They'll mark him at the 37. And that'll move the chains. Another first down for the Warriors. And that's been a theme here tonight, Tommy. First downs. They're not facing a whole lot of third and longs. And I said that was the key for me tonight for this Warriors team, is they had to control third downs. They had to convert. Finish drives, but also convert, and they've been finishing drives big time here tonight.
That's a great point, Nate. You haven't really seen these Mohawk Warriors face too many third and distance situations. Bogner turns it up once again. He's going to be close to it. He's going to rumble close to a first down. I think he's going to get about 9 or 8 on the play.
Well, they're winning first down. And I know a lot of teams, obviously it's important to win on third down, but when you win on first down, you set yourself up for these second short.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you just open your trick book as a playbook, as a play caller. You just open that playbook wide open. You can call whatever you want. As Bish has that one go off his chest, that should be a forward pass.
Pass intended for Bish.
Yeah, it sure seemed like that one went forward, but I didn't hear any whistles.
Yeah, they just kind of let that one go.
Yeah, I don't think it was an incomplete pass. That's just my call on that one. But let's take a look at it here.
So we'll bring the ball back to the left hash here.
He's in front of him, yeah.
For sure.
By maybe half a yard, 2 yards or so.
Well, that's the advantage you get tuning in the Heart of Ohio Sports. You can see that Klaus Construction replay, getting the bird's eye view of exactly what happened there on that play.
Austin doing a great job on camera, getting a good perspective there for us. 3rd and short, Bogner, low snap, but he gets it under control. Breaks a tackle to the 15, 10-5 touchdown, but a flag flies in.
Oh, wow. How about that tackle at the end?
And we got a penalty marker right around the 26-yard line. I think this one is going to go against the Bulldogs.
Let's see what they say here.
And if that's the case, the touchdown stands, a 28-yard touchdown run from Ben Bogner.
Personal foul, face mask.
Against the Bulldogs. Touchdown, Mohawk.
So with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
I like the animations by the official, Greg. He kind of has like a Fortnite dance going on.
He's very animated.
Is that what the kids call it, the Fortnite?
I think there's
The emote?
I think there's a lot of Fortnite dances out there.
So pending the point after here.
I'm about to hit the gritty.
Aiden Patrizzi lining up for the point after. The snap is back, the ball is down, the kick is up, and this one looks a lot better as he knocks that one through. Shows off the leg, just like he does right here in this graphic.
Yeah, no cap there, Nate. 35-7 now, the Warriors lead.
And let's take a look around the area at some score updates here, as we'll get you updated on what's going on in our area here. As Tiffin Calvert over on the X stream, you can find that one at heartofohiosports.com. They lead Hardin Northern at half. Score is 34-13. Of course, the winner of that one would move on to face the winner of the Upper Scioto Valley versus St. John's game, where St. John's is actually trailing by just 8 points. It's a 22-14 game. And Tommy, if St. John's were to pull that one off, Calvert would be hosting another playoff game next week.
Anything can happen in this expanded playoff format.
Okay, they corrected it. Now they pointed the other way. I was like, what?
But if I can keep it a buck with you,
Like, this is not going to be
start this second half on a trick type kick.
I know.
To start this one out, and you immediately give the Warriors. You bury yourself in these situations.
And Tommy, it just didn't seem like, and that penalty is going to move them down to the 45 inside Edgerton territory is where they're going to kick the ball off from. But no, Tommy, both times they've tried an onside kick tonight, it just doesn't look like it's even close to being a recoverable ball. It's like it goes right to the man that's there to field the ball.
I think with moving that tee up, these Mohawk Warriors, they might try more of the same and try to close this one out.
I don't know about that one. That'd be
yeah, don't put it past them.
The Warriors leading by 28, 34-7 now. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, now's a good time to try an onside kick.
There you go.
I'm not thinking they're going to do it.
Patrizzi tees it up and kicks it off. And, that's a questionable. I mean, just gifted great field position potentially there at the ball at the 45, and you still, that's a 10-yard kickoff, Tommy. We're going to take the ball at the 35, so, yeah, it's just a 10-yard kickoff after the penalty. That's frustrating. But, once again, they may just be taking the ball out of the hands of these return men, Tommy. They might be, that possibly is a plan from this Edgerton staff. Score update from the Calvert Hardin Northern game. Polar Bears score. They trail now 34-19. Seneca's lead by 15 in that one. Gibsonburg leading Arlington 14-6 in the 4th quarter. And the Columbian Benedictine game. Bengals leading the Tornadoes 21-7 in the 3rd quarter. First down play complete to Sanchez. Good for 5 yards up to the 40-yard line. But a lot of local teams in action here in this week 1 of the OHSAA playoffs.
Yeah, I had my reservations coming into the season. I'm not going to lie, but these Mohawk Warriors, they were positioned. They were picked 5th in the poll this year. In their division.
I mean, that's just a product of what happened to this team during the regular season, or during last season. Baker with the pass, it's complete to his receiver, short of the first down, but not by much. About a yard to go here on 3rd down for the Bulldogs.
Undesirable to undeniable. These Mohawk Warriors.
Seneca
These
East.
last couple weeks to close out the season.
Seneca East on top of Western Reserve, 44-12. That's in the 3rd quarter, so they got a running clock over there in Collins.
Yeah, Seneca East going to make Western Reserve pay for the gas money on that one.
Right? Oh, a big hit right at the line by Kane Heyman.
They're going to get their money one way or the other.
Scotty Krantz on the carry, but that should be good enough to move the chains. 1st down, Edgerton. Hopewell Loudon all over Margaretta, 43-0 in the 4th quarter. Connor almost tried to talk us into covering that one. I don't know, it's going to be a close game.
That's why Connor's not the matchmaker. Probably leave it in the hands of the Booker man. And Nate, you kind of picked a better slate of games for Heart of Ohio to cover there in this playoff. Because, again, if we're going to keep following these teams that we've already committed to, and if these Warriors win tonight, they're hosting again next week. Same with these Calvert Senecas. Oh, deep shot downfield, and it's
caught! They're going to say he was out of bounds. Wait, hang on.
No, I think they're
sideline official says it's a catch.
Now we got the guy down here at the 20 saying no catch. Sideline official saying catch. What's the call? Let's sort this one out. He's got catch. They're saying catch.
That's reception.
That was a one-handed snag down the left sideline.
You see here on the Klaus Construction replay, Baker, deep, just kind of rolls just slightly out of the pocket and able to find Gibson right there. Yeah.
Once again, Gibson beating the defense deep.
Yeah. He moonwalked that one out of bounds.
Ball at the 21, right on the edge of the Benchwarmers red zone. Baker slings it into the end zone, and it's in. Almost intercepted.
I'm not
Bogner.
I'm not going to say Bogner. There's a little.
Because he turned his head, Tommy. He had that head turned around. It's hard to make that call when the defender's looking back for the ball.
A little bit of a slap fight.
See? They
were both looking at the ball there, so.
It's a hard call to make for an official down there.
Both able to make a play on it.
2nd and 10 at the 21. Bunch formation. 2 receivers tight on the left side of the formation. Baker throws it right side, incomplete, overshoots his intended receiver, and he's got Scotty Krantz in the middle of the field throwing his hands up saying, hey, guy, I was wide open, man.
I think that's one of those situations where you just kind of go with the hot read there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not there. Obviously, it might have, Krantz thinks it was, but I think he was a little bit earlier releasing that, too, because I think he would have had his guy in stride, and he just took one more look through his progression.
3rd and 10. Ball at the 21. They bring a man in motion. Baker back to pass. Pressure. Rolls to his left. Just got to get rid of it, and he's just going to run out of bounds.
Wow. He couldn't even get rid of it.
So that's a loss of about 17 there on that play. Actually, 15-yard loss there. So, ouch.
You think maybe, he was trying to get rid of that one and then thought about how dangerous it would be to turn the ball over, so he just kind of ran out with it there.
So that'll bring up 4th and a mile. 4th and 25. These Bulldogs just keep finding themselves in these precarious, long down situations.
I mean, you've been able to call up and draw up some pretty good plays to get you downfield. And then there's also times where you kind of go to the well too many times, and that puts you in like you said, a precarious position to where now you're facing a 4th and 25.
Baker on 4th down, rolls. Throws it to the right side, complete.
Ooh,
no, you're going to say he was down on one knee, Sanchez.
Yep, he caught it when he was on the knee.
And that'll be a turnover on downs. Gives the ball back to the Warriors at their own 33-yard line.
Probably would have been better than the punt.
Yeah.
You see, they try to get a little bit of it back there, and unfortunately, Bulldogs come away empty-handed thanks to great defensive play by the Warriors, and that's been the story of this one, Greg. These Warriors have really pinned their ears back here tonight after allowing that one touchdown reception, and since then they just haven't let anything.
Yeah, you're right, Tommy.
Really, they keep everything in front of them.
Edgerton's been able to move the ball, but they haven't been able to capitalize with the score.
Hand off to Bish. He finds an open space to the 50, to the 45, and he's brought down inside Bulldog territory, down to the 42-yard line.
Nice carry.
Caden Bish.
First down, Mohawk.
Impressive carry there.
He's not even breathing hard.
Warriors over 200 yards on the day on the ground. First and 10. Hand off to Bish once again.
Man.
Boy, the Mohawk offensive line is just
move.
They are controlling
He's got
the line of scrimmage right now, Tommy.
And the motor on this kid running the ball. Even when the line doesn't get a block, if somebody gets through the line, which they're doing a great job, like you said, Nate. But even if somebody gets through, good luck tackling this kid on the first time.
Yeah, Bish just slips through there after the spin move, carrying a backpack full of Bulldogs down as he stumbles close to the Benchwarmers red zone. They're going to spot this one at the 28-yard line.
First and 10. Bogner, handoff, Bish. Gives him a little push from behind.
Yeah, you guys.
And no gain on the play.
I don't think the Bish push sounds as cool as the Bush push.
It works.
The Bush push also led to a national title.
Yeah, cheaters.
Cheaters. Some score updates from around the area. Benedictine takes a 28-7 lead over Tiffin Columbian in the third quarter. Buckeye leading Norwalk 35-7. That one in the third quarter as well. Sandusky over Clay 21-20 in the third quarter. That's a close one. Ben Bogner rolls to the right. Slings it out to Andrew Woodland. That one's complete. Up to about the 23-yard line. Actually, that's Andon Klaus. Sorry, Andon Klaus. Woodland is 24, not 14. So Andon Klaus with the reception. 6-yard gain sets him up with a 3rd and 5.
And if you're the Bulldogs, you cannot allow the Warriors to walk it in here, because then you're going to have another opponent to face.
Bogner keeps it left side.
Speed.
That line doing a great job on the outside there, setting the edge.
With the tackle, Warriors.
This is a nice job by Krantz pursuing to the ball.
Seen big Garrett Reinhardt out there leading the way.
And in that instance, that's one of those plays that gets stretched out, Greg, and you think it's not going to go for much, but that's a 7-yard gain there.
Yeah.
Warriors in the shotgun. Bogner rolls to his right. He's going to keep it. He's got blockers.
Yeah, look at him.
He's to the 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Mohawk. Ben Bogner from 15 yards out, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. 4th overall. And so now, Tommy, now you got another opponent.
And who saw this coming after such a close first half?
Yeah, especially after they traded scores to start this one out. This was a 7-7 game, but these Warriors gone on a 34-0 run here.
Yeah, no pun intended. These Warriors went on the warpath here to start this second half, and
they came out to play
quickly. Within 8 minutes, have hung up the running clock on the Bulldogs.
4:25 left to play in the third quarter, and that clock will continue to roll. Aiden Patrizzi. Ball is down, kick is up, and it's up and through. And it's 42-7. Mohawk on top by 35 here at Warrior Field.
I think they accidentally added 6 to the score instead of the extra point.
And the Warriors.
It's that Mohawk math.
Mohawk math.
Stop. Let's take a moment and thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring this one to you live and paywall free right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. We'd like to thank Xcadet Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Klaus Construction, Mullins Entertainment, Forte Music, First National Bank of Sycamore, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Studio Squared, Steinmetz Signs and Graphic Inc., Teal Financial Group, Landers Strength Syndicate, Art Lessons by Chelsea Mullins, Fiesel's Frame and Collision, and the Advertiser Tribune. All proud sponsors with us right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Every time you say Landers Strength Syndicate, it makes you think about like the Foot Clan from Ninja Turtles.
I mean, I'll tell you what, that's one guy I wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley, that's for sure.
just that word syndicate, it just makes it seem like that's an elite team.
Josh Landers is a world record holder in the power lift, and deadlift. But either way, you watch, I mean, the progress that his athletes make is remarkable. He works with a lot of local athletes.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the names I've heard around here, spoken by a lot of the local athletes that work with them.
Yeah, you love these guys that give back to the community.
Oh, Josh is definitely one of those guys, man. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, too. Like, seriously, you talk to him in person,
yeah.
You look at him, he looks like just a monster, and then you walk up to him, he's a teddy bear. He's awesome. He's a great guy. And he works with your kids. He does a great job of just identifying with each kid and knowing their strengths, how to get the most out of them, but also how to conquer their weaknesses, how to conquer their fears. He's done a great job with Isaac so far. Helped Isaac put on 20 pounds between wrestling and football season. And it was all muscle.
I was going to say, I can help with that.
Baker going to roll. Takes off and slides right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And he's probably pretty frustrated after the result of that one.
Second down.
Folks, I got a score update here from the Upper Scioto St. John's game. St. John's scores once again. It is 22-20 in the fourth quarter. Once again, folks, remember, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this and thinking about the Calvert matchup next week, if the Senecas take care of business against Hardin Northern and the Blue Jays of St. John's take care of business, and that one, a nice run there by the Bulldogs, gets out of bounds as Carter Gibson on the catch and run picks up the first. But no, if the Blue Jays were able to upend the Upper Scioto Valley Rams, Calvert would host another home game next week.
Wow. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You don't talk about hosting 2 home games unless you go undefeated or something like that.
Yeah. Holding on the offense most likely is the call as Baker slings it across the middle of the field. Down the field for Gibson. It's complete at the 20, but this one's probably coming back. Frustrating result here as that was a pretty dime right there, Tommy. That was on a rope.
Holding against the Bulldogs.
I'm telling you, these Bulldogs, they're dangerously close to their 2024 campaign coming to a close, but gosh, they return a wealth of talent back to this squad as well, though. So you got a lot of youth and inexperience out there competing here in Week 11, and you're seeing the wheels come off because of that. Just some mental miscues, few mistakes as these Bulldogs continue to try to find their chemistry. You start to see that develop between this young quarterback Baker and his receivers, Greg. He's got a junior receiving core as well.
Yeah, that's a nice connection there. He just kind of slung that one right out to him, but not enough for a first down. Just gets him moving a little bit there.
Second down and 12. Baker back to pass. Rolls to the right. Slings it right side, and that's complete. Looks like it. No, out of bounds, actually. They're going to say he was out. Driven out by the defender is Corey Herman, the intended receiver. 6'2 senior, unable to make the grab before his Momentum took him out of bounds. Third down and long coming up for the Bulldogs. We're inside of a minute to play in the third quarter. Boy, that's went quick since they started that running clock.
You got to be careful going out of bounds over here, Nate. You can end up in the stands real quick.
Yeah. You run into Eric down there. Third and long. Baker over the middle. It's complete.
We got a flag, though.
Flag that flies in. Most likely procedural penalty. Oh, sideline warning against the Warriors here. As we'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, and maybe he got a perspective on that sideline warning. What happened down there, buddy?
Maybe he got the warning.
Was that on you?
Yeah, I didn't. I believe it was on the coach. I didn't hear anything said from the Mohawk team, but
well, you see some of these players down there on the sideline getting themselves. They're taking their helmets off, and you see them. The other night on social media, I caught them. Some glimpses of some after haircut pictures of some of these Mohawk Warriors.
I heard about
sporting the Mohawk Warrior do. Has
bleach blonde
been a tradition of these Warriors heading into the postseason. And again, with the way these Warriors hosting a playoff game, you like to see those traditions upheld. As this one, fourth quarter, going to come to an end, Nate.
Our third quarter comes to an end. We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall. When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency, providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your homegrown agent, Sam Schelt Palm, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1132. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Welcome back to Warrior Field. Baker throws and it's picked off. Kane Heyman on the interception to the 40, 30. He is gone. 10-5 touchdown Warriors. Kane Heyman picks it off and takes it back 70 yards for a Warrior touchdown.
What a good time to come back.
I was going to say, if you just join us from the break, nothing's changed. These Warriors continuing to dominate. Huge pick six by Kane Heyman to kick off the fourth quarter of action, and that just drives another nail on this one, Nate.
Wow. And that clock continues to roll down to 11:05 left in the ball game, and the Warriors add on to that lead. It's now 48-7.
Wow, look at that speed.
Pending the extra point. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's
going to beat Kane Heyman.
He's got some breakaway speed.
Yeah, from the middle of the pack there, he just splits the sea and takes off.
Aiden Patrizzi on to attempt the extra point. He's 5 for 5 on the night here. And the extra point attempt is up, and it's through.
Patrizzi is good.
He gave me a heart attack for a minute. He said Heminger first, and I'm like, wait a second. Who kicked that?
How deep did you go in your score well?
Folks, I have a score update for you. If you're a Calvert fan and you're watching this broadcast and you're hoping for another home game, well, let's just hope this holds true for the rest of this broadcast as the St. John's Blue Jays lead the Upper Scioto Valley Rams 28-22 in the fourth quarter. Wow. If that is to come to fruition, Calvert hosts another home game next week. Wow. It's be a fun time at Frost County Stadium. And I'll tell you, I mean, I heard from somebody that, you know, the Columbian athletic staff put in a bid for a Week 2 playoff game there at Frost County Stadium to possibly host a neutral site playoff game. Well, I don't know if you're going to get to host a neutral site. Might have to wait till Week 3 for that one.
Yeah, it might be all taken up.
Definitely going to have a spot taken on the right side of the press box if this holds true.
Home team with some home cooking there at Frostcott.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Seneca Nation hoping St. John's can hold on.
Yes, 10:24 to go in the fourth quarter.
Remember 8 Mile.
Of course, Mohawk awaiting the winner of, or if the Warriors would have hold this lead and close out the win, they would await the winner of the Eden and Macomb matchup. Boy, how did Macomb end up as the 12 seed?
Look at that. Did a little backwards pass there, but all for nothing, really. Nothing really made out of that one. I always like to see those kind of plays, but try to make something happen there, but Mohawk was just all over that one.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to do that if you weren't onside kicking it to the middle foot.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, you're just trying to throw anything you can at the wall, see what sticks.
That damn app, I swear. I'm sorry. Pardon my language, but that ScoreStream app, I swear, I can't look at it without it like popping up some kind of stupid ad.
I thought you were just turning on some music party over there.
Just trying to keep us updated on scores. Handoff off the right side for Krantz. Krantz into the open to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. 68-yard touchdown run from Scotty Krantz.
And Krantz in his senior campaign, he said, I ain't going away quietly here. He puts up a huge score for these Bulldogs.
Yeah. Man, he came around that corner and he put the stiff arm out. He had that thing locked in gear before he even hit anybody with it.
Give him a lot of credit. He is a heck of a football player. And,
So Krantz on the scamper. Puts the Bulldogs on the board.
So what's frustrating is even with that score, it still doesn't stop the clock, guys.
And the point after is up and through.
I don't think there's such thing as a good loss, Greggy, but in some respects, too, you're just trying to keep this one amicable as far as that final. Again, you're never going to wave the white flag, especially in Week 11 when, you're going to put it all on the line regardless of the outcome if you know what's staring you right in the face.
Folks, you got a little artist who sees every wall as their canvas. Why don't you put that talent to good use without repainting the house? Sign them up for art lessons by Chelsea Mullins at Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. It's fun, hands-on, and way easier on your walls. Perfect for kids 8 and up. They'll learn to channel their creativity in all the right places. Book your spot today. Call 567-220-6535, or you can call 567-207-7170 to start your creative journey with art lessons by Chelsea Mullins at Studio Squared.
And I tell you what, Nate, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't think those art lessons are limited just to children, correct?
That is correct. It's 8 and up.
Right. So, like, if you're an adult old man like me and you just feel like trying to tap into your creativity, Chelsea's the person to go see.
It's a great point, Greg. If you're a Mohawk fan watching this broadcast wondering where they're going to go next, well, you're looking at that Macomb-Eden matchup, and the Panthers lead the Bombers 28-14. That one's in the fourth quarter, so if that holds true, you'd see Mohawk versus Macomb right here at Warriors Field next week, and that is a old school slugfest kind of matchup, man.
How is that school's name not canceled yet?
What, the Bombers?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
He just caught me off guard when you said that. I was like, the what?
It just depends on who you're bombing. I mean,
bombing on stage. Oh my goodness.
The clock continues to roll. 7:35 left to play in the ball game. Warriors lead by 35. It's 49-14. Yeah. Mohawk will take over at their own 43-yard line.
Like Tommy said, you're just trying to throw everything at the wall to see if it'll stick. You saw like another onside type kick there. That time they kind of shot it up in the air, but just landed right in the Mohawk Warriors' hands.
Tornadoes giving the Benedictine Bengals all they can handle. 28-7 still the score in the fourth quarter.
Whoa, look at that.
Oh, he timed that up perfectly.
Whoa, I think you think
and
that
the ball
maybe-
on the ground, and I think the Bulldogs came up with it.
Yeah, I think Noah Weaver.
Yeah, you think that him coming through like that maybe distracted?
It's just
Bogner
a
for
bad.
second?
Yeah.
That wasn't Bogner. It was Andon Klaus back there.
Ah.
That was actually Andon Klaus in the backfield back there with Jack Sager. Seen 14 and 3 in the backfield. So Bogner was not on the field for that one, I don't think.
Yeah, when you see the linebacker coming through like that, timing the snap, it can throw you off a little bit there.
Eric, I don't see Bogner on the field at all. You
No,
wanna
he's
get
right down there with the helmet off, I think.
Yeah.
No, I believe that they don't need him anymore.
His day is done, most likely.
Yeah, he's got his ice,
Uh-oh.
hip iced.
Baker
Yeah, you had to see it down there.
rolls down to the 36-yard line before he's brought down by a couple of Warriors there. I believe that was Klaus in on the stop.
Poor Ben Bogner's starting to be like you, Greggy, after a game. The ice down that hip.
Well, I did coach him, so he taught him everything he knows.
Taught him the hip wrap.
2nd and 9. Baker rolls to the right, slings it out, complete to his receiver.
Oh, nice. Defender was on the ground there, so I had a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
say,
of
what
room to work
is Chief doing over there? Picking daisies?
Noah Weaver on the reception.
Klaus and Reinhardt.
Garrett Reinhardt in on the stop.
Third down.
Guys, I just took a little walk down the sideline, and Bogner does have some ice on his left hip. I don't think it's anything serious, but
Oh, I'm sure not. I'm sure he's just icing up after a battle out here on the field tonight.
That's one thing he learned from Greggy right there is the
I
broken
said-
hip.
I said, this is how you take care of your injuries. Follow me. Do what I did.
Battling downfield.
Well, jockeying for position between the defender and the receiver.
Yeah, I kind of just threw that one up there, see if I could, again, like Tommy said, see if I can make something stick.
Well, after the turnover, now these Bulldogs facing a quick 4th down situation.
Gifted great field position after that turnover and a chance to possibly, get rid of at least one opponent here on this drive.
Right, because the running clock is a huge deal.
It really is.
If you're trying to come back in this game, it's possible, but it's really not that possible with a running clock.
4:35 left to play. The handoff is up the middle, and it looks like they'll get the first down to the 25-yard line. And that would just keep the clock running as Scotty Krantz picks up the first down. Another score update here for you as Calvert leading Hardin Northern 41-25 in the fourth quarter. You can find that one over on the X stream. Baker into the end zone. He's got a man, but it's incomplete right through the hands of his intended receiver. He was trying to find Kellen Sanchez. Good coverage down there by Andrew Woodland.
So the receiver kind of just sitting down there, taking his time to get up off the ground. Like, oh, the clock's still running, right?
Yeah. Baker. This one's fluttering up in the air, and it comes back and incomplete.
Did
A
somebody
flag
get a hand on
flies
that
in. I think you're going to get pass interference on the defense here as Mason Schimpf was just trying to prevent the receiver from coming back to make the play. As he held on to the receiver. Most likely going to be either holding or pass interference against the defense. We'll see what the call is.
They're trying to keep him from coming back there to get that one.
The ball was tipped at the line, though, so you can't get him for pass interference there. So that's why they picked up, no?
That's what you would think, right?
No, they're going to say,
I mean, at this
must have been
point-
pass interference. I don't know. It looked like it was tipped. I mean, that fluttered out of his hand pretty.
Yeah, it definitely looked like there was some kind of interference at the line where it got tipped by somebody.
Into the end zone.
Oh, is he in?
I don't think he caught the ball, though.
Intended for Sanchez.
Sanchez unable to come up with it
So I don't think
in the
so
end
either.
zone.
One of the Warriors threw the ball back to the ref. So.
Down to 2:28 left in the ball game. This one's, I mean, just going fast now.
Yeah, he almost came down with that one there. Oh, such a close one.
Second and 10. Baker into the end zone. Oh, what a play on the ball by Andrew Woodland.
Yeah, because that ball's coming in.
Yeah, Baker's making the proper reads. He's putting that ball where it needs to be. But these Mohawk defenders, they're just finding their way to the ball.
Yeah, the thing's like a laser, and he's still.
Right there. Look at how he comes across there, Greg. You got your guy in the backfield. You toss that up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think he just needed to be inside a little bit more to keep the defender from reaching it.
That's a good point. In quick fashion, this one almost starting to roll down. He jumping out of your stance.
Yeah,
too.
what's the big boy doing there?
Yeah, it's going to be a false start.
Dead ball, illegal procedure.
Yeah, you can't get down in your stance and get back up and look around and point things.
So I know they're trying to, finish this drive strong with some points here, but that clock continues to roll. We're down to 1:05 left.
Yeah, you can see it in the body language.
Yeah.
It's just.
You guys. Well done.
But a touchdown, capping this off with a touchdown would be a really nice way to end this one.
Baker rolls to the left. It's tipped at the line.
Almost intercepted. Wow.
Big Garrett Reinhardt got his big paws up there and swatted that one down.
See the way the clock's rolling.
It might be the last play, but we'll see. It's 4th and 15. They're going to line up and run another play here. Baker back to pass. Looking. Throws it into the end zone, and it is caught. One-handed grab by Scotty Krantz.
Oh, but he's not in. And the clock's going to continue to run, guys.
Yeah, timeout.
And a flag was thrown on the play.
I'm going to say it's offensive pass interference. They called it against the defense. I disagree.
Signed a kind of a late flag.
So why not?
And that's going to go against the defense. So now 5 seconds left.
Yeah, they
get the ball off.
No,
and that's going to be the last play of the game. I don't know what happened there. They wouldn't set the ball. The referees wouldn't set the ball. I don't know what happened. Like, that ref in the back, the umpire was waiting for the referee to set the ball so he could nevertheless, 49-14 is your final score. But confusing ending to the ball game here.
Yeah, whether it's by one or a lot, it doesn't matter. It's a loss is a loss, but you still get a chance at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get your
leaves
time.
a bad taste. Yeah, you get full 48 minutes when you play this game. But the Mohawk Warriors able to take care of business early, which resulted in that running clock playing the factor to end this one, 49-14. Mohawk over these Edgerton Bulldogs.
And the Warriors will be back here next week as they await the winner of the Macomb and Eden ball game. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. We got the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union coming up next. We'll be back after this.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Hope in Fostoria is your prevention headquarters. Overseeing CARSA, they lead the fight against substance abuse with impactful campaigns like Parents Who Host Lose the Most, Red Ribbon Week, and the Hidden in Plain Sight display. They also drive the Suicide Prevention Coalition, promoting the 988 Crisis Hotline, mental health awareness, and Max's Miles Suicide Prevention Walk. Hope in Fostoria would like to remind you that mental health and addiction issues do not discriminate, but sometimes people do. Words matter. Stop the stigma. The words we use to describe mental illness and substance use disorders can impact the likelihood that people will seek help and the quality of help they receive. The language used relating to addiction is important. Using the right words helps to decrease stigma. Here are some helpful tips. Talk about substance use disorder as a chronic illness, not a moral failing, and be a leader in reducing stigma and promoting recovery from this disease. Learn more about Hope in Fostoria and reducing stigma at hopeinfostoria.com.
Welcome to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, your trusted community credit union for over 70 years. We're not just a credit union, we're your personal financial counselor. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union is a full-service financial institution tailoring solutions to your needs. Whether it's your first home or planning for the future, we're here to help you find success. Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, a legacy built on trust, commitment, and community.
Your legacy, your legacy.
We are your neighbors, your sons and daughters. We are learning life and job skills and getting an education. We're proud to serve Ohio. We are your Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service at nationalguard.com/OH.
For over 150 years, National Machinery in Tiffin has been setting the standard in metal forming technology. Our innovative cold forming machinery is trusted by industries worldwide, from automotive to aerospace. We pride ourselves on delivering top quality products and world-class customer support, ensuring your business runs smoothly. At National Machinery, we're more than just a company. We're your partner in precision, innovation, and success. Visit us online and see how we're shaping the future one part at a time. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities. We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here at Warriors Field with the postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. What a ball game for these Mohawk Warriors as they clinch a first-round victory and another home playoff game. 49-14 was your final score.
Getting back into it right now, so it's perfect time.
And we'll send it down as a new system this year, or this game, as we've got our player of the game down on the field. Now, Eric, you're going to have to run up here.
Yeah,
Ben, tell Eric, come up here and get your belt, because he needs that belt.
Go up there to get the belt.
Yeah, you got to go get that belt.
Got to put Eric to work, man.
But once again, our player of the game here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union postgame show.
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend himself, Ben Bogner. How we doing, man?
We're good.
What a ball game. So, did you think you'd put up 49 tonight?
Honestly, well, I had faith in all of our guys, but I didn't think that many points, no. I thought it was going to be a closer game. I had faith in us, but I didn't think that many points.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys got rolling there. I mean, they scored right after you guys scored. It was a 7-7 game, but, man, you guys never looked back. You got the run game going tonight. Talk about the mentality coming into this one. Was that the theme this week, is just you wanted to run the ball against this team?
Yeah, the O-line put in a lot of work Monday and Tuesday this week because we knew we had to have a big game on the ground, and all the credit goes to them. I wasn't getting touched till 5 yards.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that was the thing that I kept noticing throughout this broadcast. You guys won first down. Every first down, it was a 5-yard, 6-yard, 7, 8-yard gain, setting yourself up for those second and short when, your play caller can kind of dig into his playbook a little bit and get some good plays going. You guys had some good stuff drawn up tonight. Now, obviously, you talked about you didn't want this to be your last game here at this field. You're going to get another one next week, and it looks like it's going to go against the Macomb Panthers. How does it feel to get one more home game here at Warrior Field?
It feels great. Honestly, just making the playoffs was awesome to begin with. And the opportunity to have a second home game and possibly win it, that's awesome. I think it's been like 15 years or so since our last home playoff win, and this is just a great win for the program.
Absolutely, and you have cemented yourself and your status as a Mohawk legend here, Ben. What a phenomenal performance this year, and, what a way to lead the team tonight to a big win. You take home our Player of the Game award. Now, Tommy, you got any questions for the man, the myth, the legend himself?
No, Mr. Bogner, I think once again in our coverage of you, you just continue to improve and show out. You really took, again, week 11, you're banged up. I see you selling the hip there a little bit, but this team really rallied around you, especially during this playoff game. You guys had all the momentum going your way. I got to speak on something, though, that I see the bleach blonde Mohawk look you got there. Can you touch on what was the team's mentality this week coming into this game and how you guys got your ears lowered coming into this one?
So the bleached Mohawks, that used to be a Mohawk tradition. It was kind of just Mohawks, and some people would bleach them. And we thought bringing them back, it'd kind of like rally us together as a team and keep us together and keep pushing forward. We know what we're capable of, and we just got to keep working towards it.
Absolutely, and you guys were my sleeper team this year. I thought if anybody's going to make a run, these Warriors, you guys went from 2-8 to 8-2, conference champs. Now you got your first home playoff win in 15 years. Man, how does it feel to you're setting the bar for the next class and the next class. You're getting Mohawk football back on the right track. Talk about the pride that you take in what you've done here as a Warrior.
It feels great because our coaches talk about it all the time, leave a lasting impression on this football program. And he told our class that we were the class that was going to do it, and we bought into what he said, and it's turning out we kind of are doing that for him.
Absolutely, and you guys really did buy in, and what a win tonight.
Yeah.
You got to move on to next week. You got the Macomb Panthers, but hey, celebrate this one tonight, right?
Yep.
What was it, 5 touchdowns you ended up with?
4 touchdowns. 3 on the ground, 1 through the air. Impressive performance here. You got any shout-outs, partner?
I got the O-line tonight.
Nice.
They definitely got it tonight.
There
Not
you
getting
go.
touched till 5 yards. Garrett Reinhardt, Logan Heminger, Eli Chevalier, Braxton Jenkins, and Brady Kaufman. They're my shout-outs. And Andon Clausen. He blocks his butt off. He plays tight end, doesn't get the ball very much, but he blocks his butt off.
There you go. There's a true senior leader, captain, quarterback. That sounded like quarterback talk right there, buddy. Great job once again, young man. Thank you so much for your time tonight. Our player of the game, Ben Bogner. Thanks again, buddy.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Once again, you're tuned in here on the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall with you here. Tommy, boy, what more can be said about this one? What a ball game for the Warriors. And moving on to face the Macomb Panthers right here once again at Warrior Field with a chance to get back-to-back home victories and set themselves up for a matchup in the regional semifinal.
Well, these Mohawk Warriors, they talk about 15 years since they had a home playoff win, but you're going to be back in the trenches against a familiar opponent from your past in these Macomb Panthers, and it's going to be a slobber knocker here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. So, again, keep your finger on the pulse. Do us a favor, like, share, subscribe to our Facebook, our social media pages. You'll get live updates on when Heart of Ohio Sports is live with the game. Kickoff 7 p.m. and week 12 as we'll have a full slate for you on just not only the Adrenaline stream, but also the X stream, as we'll go into that during the weekend. So make sure you're following our social media so you can stay up to date with all the playoff action here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't just follow us, folks. Also give Connor Roush a follow as well. He's done a great job this week leading up to these games, going around gathering previews for everybody. He did a great job this week, and we just want to give Connor a shout-out and a thank you for all of his work and everything that he does for this brand. But also, shout out to everybody on this crew tonight. You guys did a phenomenal job all year long, and another great production here tonight. You guys got a lot to be proud of, and I mean, this is a brand that just keeps continuing to build and build, and I can't thank you guys enough for your contributions to everything here, so thank you.
Well, we want to thank you for giving us the opportunity and building this brand with us, boss, as, again, Heart of Ohio Sports, it ain't no moniker. It is the pulse of the Buckeye State, and we do it like no other. We can't thank Greg Kinn enough, our director, Wizard, for putting this program together for you. Austin Rodriguez, our camera operator. Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, keeping us up to date with everything that's going on during the game. I mean, man, you talk about fingers on the pulse, you got it here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
That's right, folks. And hey, we got more playoff action coming to you tomorrow, 2 o'clock, as tune in as we got more high school volleyball regional final matchup between the Tiffin Calvert Senecas and New Knoxville. And that one's going to be a heck of a ball game, folks. You're not going to want to miss that one. Tune in right here. Once again, around 1:50 for the pregame show, 2 o'clock for First Whistle live from Lakota High School right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
Winner goes to state.
That's right. Winner goes to the Final Four. It's all on the line tomorrow. Tune in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, folks, for Eric Hall, Austin Rodriguez, the Wizard Greg Kinn, and my partner Tommy Hall, we're signing off from Warrior Field. I'm Nate Mullins. Thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a great night, everybody.